Make.com sold me on no code. Then I spent 6 hours debugging a single JSONPath expression inside a visual tool. If you're a solo founder who picked Make because someone on YouTube said you don't need to code, you're about to hit a wall at scenario number 4. I'll show you the exact module where no code stops being no code, the same logic rewritten in 12 lines that took 20 minutes, and when to switch. I ship these automations for paying clients every week, so I've hit this wall in production. Let's start with what actually works no code, because the first 3 scenarios really are that easy. Here's the honest part. Nobody selling you a Make.com course will tell you. The first 3 scenarios you build are genuinely no code. Gmail trigger. Send a Slack message. New Stripe payment. Add a row to Google Sheets. New form submission. Create a Notion page. Single trigger. Single action. Flat data. That's the honeymoon. And it's real. A small accounting business I worked with automated their client intake this way in an afternoon. Gmail attachment comes in, gets saved to Drive, notification fires in Telegram. 4 modules, worked on the first try, saved them roughly 2 hours a day of manual filing. If your workflow looks like that, stop watching. Go build it. Make.com is the right tool. The problem starts the moment your data has structure. The moment one email contains multiple line items. The moment one webhook payload contains an array of orders. The moment a client says, "Can you also break this invoice into individual products?" That's scenario number 4, and that's where the visual promise falls apart. Here's what actually happened on a real invoicing automation. Client gets an email with a PDF attached. The PDF has 5 line items. They need each line item extracted, matched against a product catalog, and pushed into their accounting system as separate rows. In Make.com, you drop in iterator module. Sounds simple. Then Make asks you for the array path, something like 1.data.items, except your OCR output nested it deeper. So now it's 1.extraction, result.line.extraction, result.line.extraction. .reses have that field, half don't because the PDF layout varies. So now you need a router and an error handler and a filter with a condition that reads item.quantity is greater than 0 and item.price exists. That is programming. That is a conditional statement with null checks. It's just written inside a form field with a syntax nobody documents properly. And no debugger. And error messages that say bundle 1 failed with no stack trace. I spent 6 hours on that iterator. 6 hours. The same logic in N8N's code node was 12 lines of JavaScript. Loop through items, filter out anything with quantity 0 or missing price. Map it to the output shape the accounting AP I expected. 20 minutes, including testing. Because when the array was empty, JavaScript threw a real error I could read. When a field was missing, I got a line number. When I needed to log something, I typed console.log. Here's the hidden curriculum inside Make.com. Nobody warns you about. Iterators are for loops. Routers are switch statements. Filters are if conditions. Data stores are databases. Error handlers are try-catch blocks. Aggregators are reduce functions. You're not avoiding programming. You're learning programming concepts with worse tooling. No version control, no local testing, and a monthly bill that scales with every operation. 900 operations to process one batch of invoices. At the 10,000 operation tier, that's roughly 11 batches a day before you hit the next pricing bracket. So here's the honest recommendation I give clients. Use Make.com for 2 things. 1. Prototypes. When you need to prove a workflow is possible in a client demo, drag and drop is faster than writing code. 2. Single branch automations where the data is flat, and the volume is low. Notifications, simple sync jobs, form routing. The moment your logic branches, the moment you're iterating over nested data, the moment you're writing expressions with dots and brackets in them, switch to N8N with code nodes, or go straight to a small Python or Node script running on a cheap VPS. You'll save hours of debugging, your costs stop scaling with usage, and when something breaks at 2 in the morning, you get a real error message instead of bundle 3 failed. If you're already 3 months into a make.com/scenario that's held together with routers and prayers, the fix isn't more modules. It's usually rewriting the whole thing as 30 lines of code that does exactly what you need and nothing else. That's most of the work we do for clients now. If you want to see what real production automations look like, we ship them for clients every week at BizflowAI.io. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so the next teardown finds you, because next week I'm rebuilding a client's broken 15-module make scenario into 80 lines of code on camera. And if you're stuck in iterator hell right now, book a free 30-minute discovery call at BizflowAI.io. Send us your scenario ID and we'll tell you if it's worth rescuing or worth rewriting.